So before you click away and you think, oh, my life is too boring, it's not interesting enough to document, this is exactly why you need to listen to this. Most of us in our 30s are in our in-between stage. So our 20s there's huge milestones happening. You graduate college, you meet the love of your life, you get married, maybe have a baby. In your 30s, life seems to slow down a little bit. But this is where the beauty comes in. This is where the magic takes place. We're not in our wild 20s anymore, but we're not quite settled into our 40s yet either. So this is why this decade is so magnificent and special, because there are these little things that take place through the day that go unnoticed. And I think that's exactly why documenting your 30s, even if you don't put it on YouTube, even if you don't put it out there for the world to see, is something that's so underrated. And I myself, being in my 30s, I want to see other 30-year-olds living their life, their 9 to 5, waking up. What are they eating for breakfast? What is it like when they come home? I just crave the slow comfort creators these days. And I think that there's a huge movement, even in social media, of just wanting authenticity. And I think people in their 30s, you really start to settle into your authentic self. You know who you are, you know what you want. You may not know the direct path that you're gonna go, which I don't either. But at least you have some sort of basis of who you are. There's such magic in documenting your life, and it gives you perspective. It helps you slow down and look at the color of your coffee or smell the roses on your walk to work. It really just helps you slow down and start to think in a different mindset of, all right, my days are all stringed together and it feels like it's super mundane, but when you start to document your life, you pull out your phone and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a really cool flower. It really just helps you slow down. And then you'll notice small patterns. You'll notice how you start to think about certain things, or you'll realize day by day goes by and you'll look back and you'll think, wow, those were actually some really cool times that I had in my life. And you have it all on your phone or however you want to document. And let's be honest, the reality of living in your 30s, life in your 30s, it starts to feel monotonous. You wake up, you go to work, go to the grocery store, meal prep, and then die. Just kidding. But no, it starts to feel like there's this endless cycle. When you document, it's almost like you get into your creative mind, and that helps expand your reality. And the only way that I can explain it is, since I've started documenting my world, I'm pushing myself to do more. A 30-day cold plunge challenge, or getting out and walking my dog more just so I can think of better topics or new ideas. Even though you're not doing social media, you may not be documenting for social media or for other people, the gift that you get for yourself is priceless. Now imagine having these strings of days together and a little something from each day. And imagine looking back on that and being like, wow, I've grown so much. Documenting really helps you to see where you're at in a snippet of time, and then you're allowed to fast forward, and when you get to the future you can look back and be proud of yourself and be proud of how far you've come, or how you've stuck to your goal, or maybe how you slid off your goal. But it really does give you some perspective, unlike anything else. One of my favorite people, Mel Robbins, she said it the best. She said, social media isn't for your friends. It's not for other people. It's for you, your self-expression and your creativity, and a way to just let loose and let out whatever side that you want to show. And I love that, because I think a lot of times we feel like we need to monetize every single freaking hobby that we have. And that turns it into exhaustion. So I think picking up a camera and picking up your phone even, and shooting, you walking with your dog, or you writing in your journal that day, or having a conversation with a friend, there's some magic in that. There's a magic in that because you never know what the future's gonna bring. And when you document, you really start to dive into your creative side, and you start to see your life from someone else's eyes. And it's cool to watch. Since starting my YouTube journey, I can tell you right now, there is not one part of it that I regret. I may have 100 subscribers and that's it, but it's not about that for me. For me, it's about connecting to other people and seeing how far I've come and seeing if I can actually stick to something. Like for me, it's consistency. I am the least consistent person with my friends, with my goals, with my dreams. So in 2025, challenge yourself to document your life, no matter what the outcome may be, no matter what your goal is with it. Just document something every single day. Turn around your camera, shoot what you're thinking, film your thoughts, film what's going on in your head. And it's kind of like a digital diary, which is so cool because you have the opportunity to either share that or not, or keep it like close to your heart. But I think it's really cool because people are out there craving connection, and documenting your life can really give you a sense of being, a sense of like grasping where you're actually at in life. And I just don't think that there's any bad that comes with it. I think documenting your life in your 30s should be like a must. Even if you do it for like a month and you're like, yeah, this is not for me. It's cool to see how far your mind grows when you even go month to month, or before you read this growth book and after you read this growth book, or while you're in this relationship, or just, it's a great way to process things. And it definitely doesn't replace therapy, but I think it's therapeutic with yourself to get to know yourself a little bit deeper, to really see what your thought processes are. Because did you know that I think it's like 98% of our thoughts on a day-to-day basis are the same? Like, we are habitual creatures and we think the same things every single day. Documenting your life can help throw you out of that and propel you into a different thought process. So get out there, get your camera, get your phone, and document. And let me know if you do, or if you end up taking this as like a challenge or something. Like, you could start right now and be like, oh, I just watched this YouTube video, and you know what I mean? It's so easy. So try it, because you get to know yourself a lot better, and I would appreciate if you subscribed. That would be amazing. That would make my day. We can maybe want from 100 to like 105. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one.